from last year. Shoot on my shot, boy, I'm long range. Me and the team on the same thing. Stayed down, never switched up. Only thing changed was the game. I'm in the zone now. Nothing can change what we on now. When I pull up, know it's going down. Foot on the gas, ain't no slowing down.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Clydesdale Roundtable. We are here on 25.2 day. That sounds weird, right? 25.2 day. Where Sydney Wells, Emily Rolfe will be dueling in the desert in just a few short hours, and we'll get to know what 25.2 is. I don't know what it's weird. I've had a rough day at work this morning. I'll just say that.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we had the whole, we might go back to the office thing.
Yeah.
Got past that. And now they're talking about eliminating my unit or merging it into something else. So got that news this morning. And today is my 22nd year anniversary with the state. So happy anniversary to me. We may be eliminating your unit.
Here comes Doge.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's just awful.
Mm.
It's so bad.
Oh, did you have to do your, you didn't have to do the 5 bullet point thing, did you? Because you're state, not federal.
I'm not fed. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm just so sick of it all. I just need a few more years, people. Just let me kind of coast a few more years and I'll leave willingly. That's it. Well, Meredith Jones says, nice slang.
It's lovely, isn't it?
So what do we got? You want to update everybody?
Should we get into it? Okay. So I had my surgery yesterday. Uneventful. I'm pretty sure I asked the anesthesiologist I told the anesthesiologist that I wished he was younger and single on my way in after I had gotten my first dose of happy juice. So there's that. It's funny when you go, I've had, tons of surgeries, ortho surgeries, whatever. And, I always remember getting out of the first gurney, hopping into the actual surgical bed and getting your arms strapped in, everything else, a bunch of people talking to you. This time around, I walked, they put me right into the room and I saw one of the nurses that I had already met and I was like, hey, Betsy. And she's like, oh, you recognize me. And all of a sudden I've got a mask on my face and someone telling me to breathe deeply. And then I woke up in the recovery room. I don't remember anything that happened in that room, which kind of totally freaked me out. But felt great yesterday. My mom drove me in, she drove me back. She got me all set up, started eating right away. I couldn't eat. I had to start fasting at 9 a.m. the day before surgery.
Ugh.
And so I was drinking Frescas all day. Okay. So Frescas, because they're my new favorite drink and they're clear and I was allowed to have them.
Were you burping all day?
No. And then I started drinking Fresca yesterday when I got home because I was like, oh, I can finally eat now. And I had chicken salad and I had something else. I had all this meal stuff prepped for me. And then last night I go to take my pain pill because it was starting to hurt. I was on Advil and Tylenol all day. Not a big deal. It didn't hurt any worse than when it hurt before I had the operation, right? Just the normal pain. And last night I was going to bed and it was starting to feel, a little bit whatever. And I said, I'll just take this to put me to sleep. Well, on the bottle, it says, do not eat grapefruit or drink grapefruit juice at any time while taking this medication. What the F? So apparently, Oxy reacts to, if you drink grapefruit juice, your body doesn't absorb the medicine and it stays highly concentrated in your bloodstream. And it can literally make you OD. Well, I took the pill before I read the bottle last night. Yeah, so all night I was like, I'm going to die.
I'm paranoid.
It was crazy. Yeah. So I guess I'm not drinking Fresca anymore. I haven't needed the pain meds during the day, but I do want to keep them maybe for night just to help me sleep. But what the heck? That scared the death out of me. So I was Googling everything.
Grapefruit though?
Yeah. Well, I looked, the second ingredient on the can says grapefruit juice, concentrated grapefruit juice. So it's got to be.
I mean, White
That's what
Claws too.
I was hoping to like look at the ingredients and see like all these chemicals and it not actually say grapefruit juice, but it's just like a flavoring, but it is. Anyway, so that's number one. Number two, I woke up this morning and I wanted a Fairlife.
Yeah.
I can't open the bottle because I only have one hand. So, and I put it between my legs and like tried to do it, and I got it like a little bit loose. And then I had to, Charlie, don't go there. So I had to go to my neighbors. I knocked on 3 of my neighbors' doors. I live in an apartment complex. Nobody answered the door. I was like, I just
want to drink this.
Because you look like a psycho, probably.
So like the maintenance guy was like walking down the hallway, and I ran up to him. I was like, "Could you please open this for me?" So I got that done. I had to take my contacts out for surgery, right?
Yeah.
I can't put them back in. I can't put a contact in with one hand. I got the contact on my finger, and I've like pulling down my bottom lid, but I can't get my lid to come off. So no contacts for 10 days, apparently. What else? I haven't had to.
Okay.
No number 2s yet, guys. No wiping. Here's what I'm thinking.
I mean, but you number 1, so
you know how sometimes, yeah, haven't tried it yet. You know how sometimes, now I don't know if you guys are like, do you check when you wipe? Do you get like a visual of what's on the toilet paper to like to make sure you got it all? Or
You mean like keep wiping until you don't see anything else? Yes.
Right? Yeah. Okay. So we do visual checks, right? You know how sometimes when you wipe, there's like nothing on the toilet paper and you're like, oh, wow, okay, I'm good. Like it was like a clean break, right? Yep. So I'm just hoping that for my first time out, that it's a clean break, but so far so good. I feel like my body just knows that I can't handle it. And it's just going to be like, you know what? We're good. We're just going to wait. Yeah. Ghost poops. Exactly. You're like, did I just do that? So we'll see.
TP talk is the best.
When I'm teaching other kids or teaching people about wiping, that's what I say. Keep wiping until you don't see anything else on the toilet.
Helston says, call that a lucky day at the office.
Yeah. So far, so good. Like nothing, no. Yeah, I'm going to die soon. I hope not. Yeah. So last night I definitely overdid it. I was cooking and like slicing stuff, and I was actually like using my right hand to do things, but it didn't hurt. And like now I'm paying for it. So my hand is now like buried in the sling so that it like it's not popping out. So I'm not like tempted to actually use it for anything. And I'm really trying to just one-hand it. So
how much time are you taking off work?
I worked today. I had like 3 meetings already.
Oh, great.
Yeah. I didn't take off any time. I was off yesterday. I slept yesterday mostly.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But sleeping at night is great. I just sleep on my side and I have like a big giant pillow next to me that I just kind of prop my arm up on. And that was easy. I wasn't really uncomfortable last night. Just where the incision is right now, it kind of hurts. And I'm it's a cast, but it's only like cradling the bottom part of my arm and elbow. And it goes from here up above my elbow past my wrist. So I can't flex my wrist and I can't obviously move my elbow, but it's like hard cast material on the bottom. And then it's just kind of open on the top with an ace bandage.
So what did your surgeon say about how the surgery went?
I didn't talk to him, but he talked to my mom and he said it was, there was like, they called it debridement. They basically like cleaned up the tendons, reattached them. He said there was a little bit of a bone spur underneath that they shaved down. I guess that's pretty typical. Yeah. So
all right.
I go back on the 17th to get this contraption off, and then I should be able to at least start moving around a little bit better. So 10 days.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I feel good. I'm going to go to Friday Night Lights tomorrow at my gym and see what the foundation workout looks like. Maybe I can do it.
Herd Athletics, love you too. And it's not a new cut. I have not had a haircut before Thanksgiving. I was scheduled to get it yesterday cut, but stupid me scheduled it right over my wife's PT and ortho consult. So I had to reschedule for Friday.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like your Clark Kent look. I like it. It looks good though. Corey, this is Crystal Light.
Yeah.
Crystal Light.
You're becoming a new hair person on the pod.
I know.
Used to be about the ladies. Now it's you, buddy.
I know. Yeah, if I could let it keep growing, I can be as long as Kat and Amy and
There you go.
girls and everything.
Just don't have to do
Julie
like
did get a new her second surgery date for her the other knee.
Okay.
So it's May 6th, right smack in the dab middle of all the CrossFit stuff.
Darn
But
it.
that's fine. She needs to have it done because her new knee is 1.5 inches longer than the old knee.
Oh, shoot.
And that's the only pain she's having now is the misalignment of legs being longer. And she has to get that fixed. So, well, thank you, Herd Athletics.
Speaking of hair, too, I have an appointment tomorrow at the hair salon underneath my building to get a wash and blow dry because I can't.
There you go. That's a good idea.
I can't. I can only do like baths right now. So
Yeah.
Underneath your building, like a troll?
no, well, it's on the first floor. I live in like a mixed use. It's retail at the first floor. Yeah, underneath my apartment. I can just shimmy out the window,
Smell hair products all day.
Yeah.
Schweitzer, how did 25.1 go for you?
It went better than my goal. I got 99 reps. I wanted to get to the 15s because I have not been doing intensity with the AFib stuff. And so I pushed a little bit more. But at 55, I got to do a 35-pound barbell or dumbbell.
Ooh.
So the dumbbell was super easy. It was just a burpee thing for me.
Yeah.
And then I ended up 1 rep shy of 100. So 1 rep shy of finishing the 15s. I wanted to get to the 15s, and I got 1 lunge shy of finishing the 15s. So happy for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff.
Well, you
Do it
beat
at
Charlie.
Polaris or whatever they're called.
What's that?
Do you do it at Polaris or whatever their name is now?
It is Polaris now. It went back to Polaris.
Charlie, did you do it or no?
I did not.
Did you sign up?
Nope.
See, I knew I wouldn't be able to finish the Open, but I didn't want to lose my streak, so I had to sign up. But I got a terrible score last week. I didn't realize how weak my left arm is compared to my right arm, and having to do clean and jerks at 35 on my left arm didn't work very well. And I couldn't really do them on my right arm without really messing up. So I got to like 54 reps of RX and then walked all the way across the gym and got a 20-pound dumbbell, walked all the way back and then finished the workout. I think I got like 148 reps or something like that. So at that point, I didn't care. I was just kind of whatever. But I also took me 6 steps every time for 15 feet. So you figure that's like a major disadvantage as well. And I was trying, like I would get like a toe over the line on my 5th step, even with like big long strides.
Have you ever met Marissa Flowers?
No, but she's like 4'11", right?
Yeah.
And
Probably
she did
4'10", more like it. But she was 6 steps. I watched her video. She finished top 10 in the world.
That's impressive. She had to have gone so much faster on everything else. Because when you think about it, I mean, for all those rounds, 2 extra steps, that adds up.
Shouldn't have had that far to go on the burpees.
True. Yeah, the burpees were not a problem. I mean, my engine sucked. I was huffing and puffing and resting and staring at the dumbbell and staring at the clock. I remember I looked up at the clock. The clock was going up, and I'd only done 6 minutes worth of work, and I was like ready to be done. I was like, oh dear.
Jeremy Flatter, dumbbells got me plus Norwood's my first lunge, and in 6-step lunge club.
Yeah.
There may be a typo in there.
Let's talk about how some of the standards were interesting.
Can we talk about Amy's workout? How did you do?
I did fine. I got through the 21s and 1 burpee into the 24s. I think I could do more because I think the problem was I rested too much. And so by resting, that actually made it worse. I think if I just would have stayed in front of it or on top of it, then like I just felt like I kept chasing my heart rate after that, if that makes sense.
And you got no rep.
And no rep Radowski, my son, which appropriately no repped me, but he did no rep me.
What'd you get no rep on?
I hit the dumbbell with my foot.
Oh, okay. Wow. He's a stickler.
Yeah. He goes, he says he
Serious.
didn't take that judge's course to give away free reps.
Dang. I was telling Kat I was watching Hiller's top 20 bad rep videos.
Yeah.
Right before we were coming on. And I think that would have been what he would call a mild slap on the hand if you touched the barbell.
Yeah.
Compared to what other people did.
I mean, it was a clear no rep though. And I'm not in the business of also performing.
If you
no
can't
rep.
jump over a dumbbell, you probably should get no repped.
Since you almost fell, I think it's obvious you hit it.
I didn't almost.
I saw it. It was a little stumble.
Mr. Judgy Judgerton over there.
Yeah.
Not even,
Yeah. That's all I did all weekend.
All
Was
angles.
judge
Just
people.
watch people.
But
Dan, judge them.
oh, speaking of, hey, but I do want to go talk about the standards in a second. But you know who else did 25.1 at Shred CrossFit was that Dan Church.
Dan's such a good dude.
Yeah, he was in town for the Arnold and was messaging me, and he came in and dropped in, and it was super cool to like get to meet him and to watch him do the workout. And it was funny because I judged him, and then right before he started the workout, he's like, well, generally, like, what are people getting who aren't elite scores, you know? And I was like, well, you should definitely get into your rounds of 24s. And he was like, okay, well, if you look at me, I'm not a burpier. And I was like, okay. And then I just sat there and watched him just literally crush it. And he was definitely a burpier. So, but he had some really good feedback. What this was super cool to hear. He said that he drops in at a lot of gyms, you know, over the US and internationally. And that he, that coming to Shred, that was the first time somebody has ever asked him, like a coach, do you have any injuries or anything that we need to be aware of? And he said that has not come up before. And that's shocking to me because I ask that every single time.
Yeah.
Any new athlete.
Yeah, I make a joke about it at the whiteboard. I say something like, is there anything I need to know about, you know, related to your body? We can talk about other things later, but
Andrew, I'm pretty sure that was Grandview.
I wonder where Sprague dropped in to do the workout while he was in for the Arnold. Just so you know, Rogue is an affiliate.
Mm-hmm.
And he was at the Rogue headquarters for a lot of the weekend. He may have dropped in at Grandview too. That could have been a thing, but the Rogue gym is an affiliate. So they can host things there, and people can
always look up his score and see where he listed.
If they enter it correctly.
Right.
Maderos.
So you said standards. Anything you wanted to talk about?
Yeah. Okay. So just things that you get used to, like being a standard, and then you like go and like read them and you're like, oh, that wasn't a standard. For example, on the lunge, it said nothing about pressing off of your body.
Right.
Oh.
Hiller actually made that comment in that video I was just watching, where you actually could put your hand on your knee. He was surprised because he looked at the rules and there was nothing in the rules that said you couldn't do it.
Right. So when I was kind of coaching that at the beginning, like of the day, I just automatically say that, you know, and then I was, you know, later watching some people, and then I was like, I'm just going to go back and review. And I was like, it does not say that. It says nothing about the lunges. It's also weird that you don't have to alternate your legs on the lunges. Did you read that? You could lunge on the same leg all the way across.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw some people doing that.
Well, I don't think that's good, but I guess if you're injured, like somebody like Kat or something, that you're still able to participate.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping for dumbbell another dumbbell workout this week. I don't think that's going to happen, but it would be nice.
It's going to be bench. Just because I'm not in it.
Well, and then I also saw, how it's called for a lateral burpee over the dumbbell, but then in the notes it's like you do not have to be laterally facing. You could be bar face or dumbbell facing and at an angle. All that was just kind of interesting. But I do feel like this when they make the hop over allowed, I think that makes it more challenging to judge because so many people take one foot and go either swoop it around the back, where if it was a 2-foot takeoff, it would be much easier to make sure that they're getting over the center of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just think some of those nuances kind of make the standards challenging.
I don't know why we went away from 2-foot takeoff, 2-foot land.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
It looks, I don't know, maybe because we did it for so long, it just looks scaled immediately when I see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, which is fine if that's what you have to do, but like the daughters should not have to do that. They should be able to do a 2-foot takeoff, 2-foot land.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I kind of remember it starting is Katrin started it doing the like little skip over, and then I don't know. But
yeah, it would be like not having to have a 2-foot takeoff for a box jump. Wouldn't that be silly?
yeah, like a basketball jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so Denise says they should just say get over the dumbbell any way you can. Yeah, that, or like I saw someone else say like, hey, if you want us to do jumping of something, if that's your goal, then make it be something more clear, like jumping rope or box jump or something like that. But when you have these kind of nuances about like, okay, doesn't have to be a 2-foot takeoff, but you must go over at least the center so you don't swoop the foot. Like those are the nuances that make it, I think it's like we're trying to be more inclusive, but then it also makes more room for error.
Are we making swoop the foot a technical term now?
Yes, swoop the foot, not sweep the leg, but swoop the foot.
Okay. Yeah, so I thought it was a great opening week. I didn't get your impressions on the open announcement. What did you guys think of all the cheesiness that Rich brought us?
I love it.
I was all in on every bit of it.
I love it. And I loved the banter on Hiller's page where Hiller was calling out Austin on not locking out. And then Rich wrote, does that mean I won?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I said on the Sunday show, the only thing I wanted to happen is for Roe and Boz to do the tearaway pants and do one last Roe versus Boz.
That would have been cool.
To finish it off. That would have like put the icing on the cake. And I really would have been all in on that. Because like Amy, you and I were at 17.2
and 22.
Right, but we saw Roe versus Boz live.
Yes.
At Roe. Yeah.
Which was so much fun, and it added so much because they weren't elite, right? So it gave you kind of like an indication of what a real person would do in the workout.
But I also remember we did see real people do the workout. I think they had a real person doing it.
Yeah, they did.
I think so, yeah.
After them, it was Roe versus Boz.
Yeah.
The real people went up against
like
Carrie Pearson, Christy Aramo at the time.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, and then they did Roe versus Boz after, but
who was with Matt? Who's the other guy?
Matt who?
What?
Matt Fraser.
Cole Sager?
Okay.
Yes, it was Cole.
The thumb. I like it. If you listeners are watching and haven't heard, I think Cole Sager looks like a thumb.
I need Hatfield to own the villain, the heel run, and just become the heel now. Become the bad guy.
Like John Cena?
That's right. It's time. I need one. Ricky didn't want to do it. Hatfield can do
Charlie, has anyone ever told you you look like the guy from Shark Tank?
Yes, all the time.
every other day.
Okay. I had never expressed that, so
That's why I asked him to be on the show. I thought he was bringing his cash with him, but
Yeah.
I found out it's just his poor twin.
So here's something funny that Charlie and I talked about this morning. We were talking about when am I going to go through my midlife crisis. I've been waiting, and I'm like kind of happy because if I haven't gone through it yet, then I'm not midlife. So I think that's the good news. But I was like, what's it going to be? Am I going to get tattoos? It's not going to be a car. Like, I don't know. I already have a tattoo. And so people at the gym were joking with me about Con Porter, and they're like, oh, I don't know. You'll get a tattoo of Con Porter. And then I was like, you know what? You know what I should do? Is put a tattoo of Con Porter on my thigh so that it's when I look down, he's looking up at me.
Mm.
And I'm not against it.
Demonetized.
I thought you were going to say you're going to get a nose ring like Con Porter.
Where's Trish been?
Trish got hers when she first got her first chin hair.
It's like it's time. I'm gonna get
So
loose.
I got something for you.
What?
Trish has a Clydesdale Media tramp stamp. That's why we love Trish. Here's something for your midlife crisis, Amy.
Yeah.
It's not the original with the.
Hold on. Let's say hi to Ryan. Ryan's here for the first time.
What's up, Ryan?
Ryan.
What?
My daughter got an interview today for a company that it's an outdoor like hiking equipment store.
Like REI?
But it's out in Montana.
Okay, I'm in.
And she interviews with them next week to be their social media and photographer.
That's exciting.
Yeah, but my daughter may be moving to Montana.
Fantastic.
You get to go visit your daughter in Montana.
Reality. True. I will miss her dearly, though.
I'm sure that's an easy flight
I'm sure.
to Montana. Cheap.
So yeah, but anyway, she is like, she would text me literally like 10 minutes before we got on the air, that she got that she got that interview, for next week. And her best friend from college already works there, and that's how they got her resume.
Boom.
Wow. Very cool.
So
I would love to move.
yeah, so real life Yellowstone maybe in my future.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully I don't piss off the Duttons. But anyway, I just thought you'd get a kick out of that, Amy. Maybe she gets a discount on hiking equipment.
Listen, or I'm in. If she needs me to test out places for her, I'll do it.
Yeah. That can be your midlife crisis.
Great. I like it.
So we have 25.2 today. And any thoughts on what it might be?
Deadlifts and wall walks.
Yep.
No wall walks. I'm so damn sick of wall walks.
Is it gonna be heavy though?
No. Maybe increasing.
There seems to be a growing sentiment that today is going to be the repeat, and it's going to be 23 point. It's about like 22.3 and 22.4.
But remind me.
I'm terrible.
Heavy complex. Is the heavy complex?
It's got like toes to bar, and then it's like increasing.
Oh, to muscle ups.
Yeah, chest to bar. And
chest to bar to muscle up.
Yeah, and I think it's front squat to thruster, maybe. I don't.
You know what really sucks is if 25.1 was 25.2, I totally could have done it. Like with the one arm.
Oh yeah. I know someone that did that.
Yeah, his wife.
Sucks.
I mean, okay, Corey, but I don't know. They did that. They've done it before. I hope deadlifts because that's for our competition at the gym, I guessed deadlifts as the move, and if I'm right, I get points.
What if they just repeated 25.1?
That'd be great.
It is a repeat.
Wouldn't that be hilarious? Let's see if you do better.
Can you do it 6 times instead of 3?
How do you get the rest of the CrossFit community to quit? By repeating the same workout we just had.
This is 22.3. It's the 21 pull-ups, 42 double unders, 21 thrusters,
Bar.
18 chest to bar, 36 double unders, 18 thrusters, 15 bar muscle ups, 30 double unders, 15 thrusters.
I don't remember that. I don't think thrusters will be this week.
There are people that say that if that's what it is, then there was another leak.
Oh.
Do we know who's doing like the announcing of, not announcing, but like who's hosting on the mic?
Nobody.
Where is it?
I don't know any of it. I don't know any of it.
Is it in Nashville?
It's in
No, it's in-
Phoenix.
It's in Arizona.
Oh.
Yeah, Emily Rolfe versus Sydney Wells. It's been said it's going to be fast, whatever it is, which is not really what lends itself to Sydney and Emily, which
Right.
kind of sucks. Do you think that they should consider who they bring in by what the workout's going to be?
I mean,
It would be cool.
sense.
But it'd be fun to watch. More fun to watch.
No.
Amy, deciding vote?
I think they should. I mean, the whole goal is that they're trying to be a showcase for it, and so why wouldn't you want to pick the people that are going to highlight and showcase it?
I think the one
Right.
drawback to the open announcement last week was Haley got lost in the shuffle.
Totally.
Yeah.
Because of all of the hype over the race between Roman and Austin, and then Rich actually getting back in the battle. Like once Rich got in the battle, there was no camera on Haley ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have put her in the middle. She's too far off to the
Or
side.
just saved her for this week and let her go up against Emily and Sydney. And
Right. Or have another woman in the field, for her to compete against.
yeah,
But, Haley's sort of in an odd place mentally too, or maybe she's still sort of in limbo mentally. Maybe that's what she wanted. Maybe she didn't want to go against another female. And we never know how that all played out. Maybe she was more comfortable just kind of being off to the side.
Bootleg.
yeah, that's true. That's what Trish said. I think she was okay with that.
Yeah.
Cluck said, so there's Dave's Clue has 7 bullets.
Mhm.
And there are people that say they're a 223 bullet, a long range bullet, and that's why it's 22.3. Clock says, I really doubt that they are 22.3 bullets. They're too long and cylindrical. They're shorter and more boat tailed. I don't know anything about bullets, so I will take Clock at his word.
And why are we spelling bullets wrong? Because we're going to get flagged if we spell them
I
the right
think
way?
so. I think they're being very good to us.
Thank you.
Oh, we're already demonetized from poop talk.
It's just science.
And they're just the cores, no casing.
Wow, Trish knows a lot about that.
Yeah.
Trish is a woman of the world.
I went, interesting you say that. I just got ammunition in the mail today. I ordered some 9mm with brass casing because apparently I'd gotten steel
Now
case.
we're demonetized.
Yeah,
What? I said 9mm.
you can't say that.
Never mind.
Just kidding.
No, but I had all these. I joined a gun club up the road, like a shooting range, and they told me I couldn't use steel cased ammunition, and I got a ton of it. So now I had to go buy some brass.
Your left. Definitely not with your left hand.
You are not speaking my language, so I
won't be doing any of that anytime soon. But
we made sure we didn't spell bullets correctly so that we wouldn't get dinged. But then we talked about the gun club. Oh, good.
I don't know if it was brass only, Trish. I just know that I couldn't use a steel casing.
She just doesn't care.
That's not no.
How you blew your elbow out.
Was Bridget Nielsen in there too?
That's cute.
I think, Corey, they said something about the fact that they don't burn clean or something, or I don't know, they mess up something.
In the world.
Are woman of the world, because when they sweep the shooting lanes for casings to recycle, they don't want to have to pick out the steel.
Maybe that's it. I could use them at my old range all the time. But
Jaybird says they will penetrate the wall.
I mean, they're not like hollow point or anything like that. I have those for when I'm carrying for
Keep
protection.
going,
But I don't use those in the range.
Keep going.
What?
Speaking of penetrating,
Yeah. What about it?
I don't want to lose all of our money. We're already down to 5 cents. What do we?
Okay.
So, any predictions on who's going to win today?
Emily.
Did you see the cool thing that happened on Around the Whiteboard yesterday?
No.
So in the chat was ESD Sounds, who is one of Emily's big sponsors.
Yeah.
And when they asked who was going to win, they jumped in the chat and said, it is Emily by a long shot. And then Paper Street Coffee, who is Sydney's sponsor, came in and said, no, it's all Sydney. And it ended up that they put together a bet. So if Emily wins today, Paper Street Coffee is going to offer a 25.2% discount on their product for 24 hours. If Sydney wins, ESC Sounds is going to offer a 25.2% discount on their stuff for 24 hours.
That's cute.
I thought that was a cool thing that happened just in a chat yesterday with two sponsors.
Yeah. I
Really
like that.
backing their people.
Yeah.
It's cute.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Sydney. She's my crumble queen. But Emily's just a lot more seasoned and probably a little bit more well-rounded.
You know what my favorite thing about Sydney is? Every time I see her, she comes over and talks to me and says hi. And it's just quickly to do that and then say, tell Kat I said hi.
Yeah, she's adorable. I love her.
That's cute.
It's cute.
Although, are we allowed?
Well, did you see that? Sorry, Charlie. Did you see that Lisa was at the Arnold?
Yeah.
I mean, I was supposed to, I wish I would have run into her. That would have been so cool because I'm never where she is.
Lisa,
of course.
Brooke and Sydney's mom.
Yes, Brooke and Sydney's mom, Lisa. Sorry. That would have been so cool to run into her.
Isn't Emily from Canada?
Yes.
She is.
Oh. Well, seen to that. Can't be friends with her anymore.
Why? They're going to be the 15th first state.
Not yet.
Well, unless Greenland's 51st to first, and then who knows?
Yes. Speaking of Emily, did anyone? Never mind. This is Scott and I conversation for later. We will get demonetized. We'll let Amy get in too, because that'll be her actual midlife crisis.
Okay, cool.
Oh my gosh. I get so many things are running through my head right now.
You know exactly what it is. And
Kenneth Lab, same, can't cheer for a Canadian other than Prevost. That's my only exception. Yeah, Carolyn killed it. She took 6th in the world.
It's awesome.
maybe Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, depends on who you ask.
He's not
He's
high
got
on the list
going on
right
now.
But he's Deadpool. Now let's stop it.
He's just saying he got a lot going on. 34, thank you.
Stop
Yeah.
bursting our bubble, dude.
Yeah, what's up with that? You don't know what happens when we go off air. We're slow starters.
Trish, let's move on to illegal drugs. Scott, hit the crack pipe.
We're growers, not showers, buddy.
Yeah. We're small, but we think big.
Oh gosh.
All right. This show is completely off the rails.
Yeah.
All right. What time? 3 o'clock? Is that when the
Over.
announcement is? 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The announcement is at 3. Last week they ran promos and some pre-stuff from 2:30 to 3 Eastern time. So if you want to check that out, yeah, all of that. And we'll be back tomorrow for lunch with the Clydesdale. And glad Kat's doing well. Glad Amy hasn't hit midlife yet. And Charlie, he's just a quitter.
We're here.
So with
I
that,
quit, but I actually do more work now.
we'll just see everybody later. Lunch with the Clydesdale tomorrow. See you guys then. Bye, guys.